They're not into Fullerville.
You don't argue with me no more on
this mask on there for sale.
You just put likes.
Because Rhonda forgot
Give me
it.
a hard time.
Because Rhonda forgot it.
You forgot it? I got some in the car if you need one.
Hey, Mom.
I tell you something, we know each other. We know the work. It's all the
I don't know if I'm getting you or not. I know it.
Ugly. How you doing, partner? All right, he arrived.
Scare them off.
Where is my baby girl?
Yeah, I'm right.
I thought she was coming.
Short stories. If you know any short stories that you like in the way,
Will it be okay? Just right here? Right in here? Okay.
I didn't see my ball.
Be fine.
It's pretty good on you. It actually fits you. I don't like bald head, but my hair's growing back. But it's, I've been off of chemo for 2 weeks.
Decided what his problem was.
Hey, look at there. Hey.
They are here to,
Hi. Hi, guys. How you doing? Doing all right? Glad y'all made it. We're writing another book. Do you write books?
I'm not through with you.
I just don't want to get close to him with anything.
For that position, I don't think Dusty is here. Dusty, are you here? Okay, so I'm going to ask Alan to say a few words. Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you guys kind of allowing me the microphone for a few minutes. As he said, I am running for the District House 68 seat coming up. We have a runoff election on January the 3rd. Villarica is my home. This is very near and dear to me. My office is literally right in downtown. I have raised my family. That's our position. And if you have any questions, I'll be here again. Thank you, Jeff, for allowing me to come up and speak. And we're just excited about the election. I would just overly encourage you get out on January 3rd and let your voice be heard. Villarica, we have an opportunity to continue to rise. We have an opportunity to capture the seat, the House seat district, the district seat House 68 the office will be right here in Villarica for the first time in many years, and that'll mean a lot in the coming year. Beginning in July. Some more folks that I wanted to introduce you to. We have Mayor Jay Collins. If you would work your way up, we'd like for you to say a few words if you would care to. Come on up. And Councilman Patrick Henry.
Go in the front of Jeff and get him.
And also Larry Wood, our city manager.
Hey, thank everyone for being here this beautiful December day, and thank you to Jeff and all the people that worked hard to make sure and preserve this jail and to try to bring back some recognition to the Fullerville community. Fullerville was the breadbasket, was the industrial economic engine of Villarica for many, many decades, and I'm proud to stand here today and say I'm a product of Fullerville. When my grandma and granddaddy got married, they lived in the house next door to Fullerville Baptist Church with Ralph Fuller's mama. They rented a room from her. They lived over there for several months when they first got married. My great-granddaddy, he lived here in the mill village and worked here in the hosier mill and actually died in the house right up there. My granddaddy's told me numerous times. So, you know, I'm a product of Fullerville, and I'm proud of my roots and proud of my heritage and the fact that I had numerous family members that worked in the mills and lived here. And it's just a great opportunity for us to bring recognition to such a wonderful community that did so much and laid the foundation for what we are in Villarica today. Bill Bailey, my hero, he's worked tirelessly to bring recognition to Fullerville and to honor the people that came before us. And we really appreciate you in your endeavors in the book and just everything that's kind of culminated into what we're doing here today and what we continue to do. I've talked with the folks that have bought this piece of property here, and it's my dream and my vision, and I think everybody shares this, to put Fullerville on top of that tower up there in big print and to put a light on that so everybody will know that this is Fullerville. And hopefully we'll be able to work that out with the new property owners over there. So, you know, that's something I think would be very special and very important. But thanks everyone for being here. I think there was one more person that we didn't recognize, and it was Jeff's going to mention Jeff Reese. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to say something. Rusty Dean's back there in the back. Rusty, will you make your way on up too? I'm sorry I missed the Georgia hat. Come on up. I'd like you to come on up. Rusty and I have something in common. We were both slot receivers in high school, which basically meant you were the person that got pounded by all the big linebackers. So come on up, Rusty. I want you to say a few words. And I'm going to say something while he's coming up. You know, I say this quite often, but some of you may have not heard this before, so I'm going to say it openly. When I came to Villa Rica 11 years ago from Douglas County, one of the things that attracted me to this community was not only the people here, but the leadership. And when I say leadership, I'm talking about your elected officials. Folks, you've got some folks that really care about this city. I encourage you to come to those council meetings the first Tuesday of every month. But you've got a mayor and council that work hard for you, and you should be very proud of that, because I've been in 3 or 4 different communities where that was not the case. So with that said, Rusty, will you come up and say a few words, and then I'm going to let Councilman Hendrickson say a few words.
I think Jeff and Jay have covered pretty much everything that's important worth hearing. I'm just proud to be here, and of the progress that we've made out here. I think this trail grant that we've got, and that's going to add a lot to the ball fields that are behind us, and what all that's meant, and just look forward to continuing that progress.
Thank you, Rusty.
Hey everybody from Fullerville, Merry Christmas to you. I'd like to thank Bill Bailey for his for his vision for restoring the jail, and it looks a whole lot better than it used to look a couple years ago. I'd like to thank Jeff Reese for his vision on the trailhead, and you know, we support the history we're all about supporting the preserving the history in Villa Rica and Fullerville and this area. It's so important that we preserve the history of our area for other people to see, especially those that are visitors here, people coming to visit. So I think the plan for the future is really good for this area, especially for Fullerville, and just Merry Christmas to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Just want to share with you a little bit what we're going to do. I'm going to introduce Joyce Fain. She's behind me here. She's going to come up and say a few words. But let me tell you one of the things that we've been talking about. When we talk about a trailhead, these two prints on the boards over here, the easels, are what the vision is. The one on the right is going to be the trailhead. Now, what is a trailhead? Well, as you're looking at that, you can see the soccer fields, of course. This road behind me back here is where the entrance to the trailhead is going to be. Now, trailhead is just a real fancy state political name for a park where a trail begins. So that's what we're going to talk about. This jail is going to be a part of that. It'll be the marquee piece of that puzzle. But basically what we'll have here is a place where Fullervillians and all of the people from Villa Rica and from wherever can come in and know about the history of the jail. But not only do that, but also there'll be a picnic pavilion there, and some other interpretive signage. And there's also an old CSX railway that those of you in Fullerville probably know about. If you came in this way, when you go back out, if you look in the gravel, you can still see parts of the old rail from the sulfur mining operation that was here at the turn of the century, and I'm talking about last century. So that rail is still in place. So my dream and the Mayor and Council's dream is to take that rail and turn it into pedestrian walkways and bikeways for folks here. If you look on the left, the one on that easel is something I've been working on for the last couple of months now, and that's basically a connective trail that will loop around the entire city of Villa Rica. It's how many miles is it? 32 miles in length. It actually, like I said, encircles the entire city of Villa Rica. It'll have several trailhead stations where you can park your car, get out. If you just want to walk a 2-mile section of that trail or bike a 2-mile section of the trail, you can do that. There's even one 4-mile trail, and of course you can even do the entire loop, which will take you from this point all the way around the city through several historic sites, including the Pine Mountain Gold Museum and south of the interstate. So it's a huge undertaking. It's a massive project. It involves 3 different counties. It involves some private ownership land as well as public land. So with that said, you can tell that it's going to be a big project. The 3 photos underneath that,
all the way around.
Okay, that's actually a trail up in Spartansburg, Pennsylvania that I went to a couple of weeks ago. That's a trail that was built with the same funds that we have here to use this, the state and federal funds. And one of the neat features of that trail, if you look at it, you say, is our trail going to be that wide? The answer is no. That one actually has a paved trail, which is what ours will be, but it also has an Amish trail adjacent to it. You see the little gravel trail. What the neat thing about that, I think anyway, is they built it where the horses could walk between it, and the wagon's axles will follow that. So you can see when you walk in that trail, you may see Amish and wagons and folks bicycling or walking as well. So again, it's a good feature for the city, and I'm just excited that we're doing that. And were it not for Mr. Bill Bailey, who had this dream, I remember a couple of years ago we stood up in the front of Fullerville up there, and we dedicated a road to Miss Sauls. And when we walked down here, we had to walk in the gravel, we had to walk in the holes, and a lot of people had strollers with children. And you said, Jeff, it sure would be nice if we had sidewalks down here. We've been looking for them for a long time. Bill, we got those sidewalks. So thank you for your vision. At this time, I'm going to introduce to you the president of the Fullerville Jail Committee, director of the Fullerville Jail Committee, Ms. Joyce Fain. Joyce.
Thank all of y'all, first of all, for coming out. This is such a wonderful, wonderful special day, and such an honor to be here. And please forgive me if I'm a little emotional, but I think we're making history here today for Fullerville. And for those of us who live here and have grown up here and been raised here, it is truly, truly a special feeling in our hearts today. I have just a few announcements and then something I want to read to you. We do have the books written by the author, Perry Bill Bailey, who is also the founder and president of the Fullerville Jail Committee, and a broadcasting air personality. We have West Georgia Meals and Their People and West Georgia Cooking on sale here at the table if you'd like to have one. The history book is $14 and the cookbook is $12.50.